I am going to start a war with Songhai and Ajuran. We are beginning our rush for Africa. Hello everyone, and welcome back. My name is King Kongveal, and welcome back to my court here in Europa Universalis 4, where I am ruling as the Emperor of the Angevin Empire and of the Holy Roman Empire. So last episode, we did a lot of conquering and a lot of vassalizing, and we pushed west, mostly to the Ural Mountains. There's still a bit over here in the Western Europe that isn't ours, but much of the Western Europe, up to including some bordering the Ural Mountains, are mine. And we got a personal union over Portugal, but then obviously we lost it because they hate us. So we are now back to war with them, not for the restoration of union, just an imperialist war, so I can take some land from them and then vassalize them or annex them in another war. So that's the first plan for today, is to beat up Portugal. And I'm going to continue trying to vassalize the nations over here that I released that I have yet to vassalize, whether through war or through diplomatic means remains to be seen. Probably a lot of them will be through war, but that's fine. But I think my other main objective for today is I'm going to try to complete the rush for Africa. I'm going to try to conquer as much of Africa as I can, fight Songhai, Kong, Kalundwe, however you pronounce that, Maku, Ajuran, Ethiopia, and the Ottomans, and try to take as much of Africa as I can today. But other than that, and finishing up these guys in Western Europe, not sure. We shall see. So without further ado, let's work on this war with Portugal. I can purchase a new age ability. Let's go with Napoleonic Warfare. Artillery level available versus fort +3. I just noticed that Mexico is at war with my subject, New Granada. See if I can enforce peace. They won't do it. No, I can't yet. I'm dealing with this big war with Portugal first. The heck, I just lost a huge naval battle. It was I lost 50 ships or something like that. You know what? I really don't want Mexico to take all of New Granada's lands. So, never mind, they don't like me. We have the Jacobite Rebellion. This rebellion of the Jacobite cause, led by the Earl of Mar, began in 1715. Okay, so I got it about 12 years late. By the end of September, most of the highlands were in his control, and his army numbered some 5,000, with more appearing daily. But all this was done without even notifying the king they were claiming to support. The old pretender, King James III, was not even aware of the situation yet. Word was sent to the king, and the size of the force continued to grow. The Earl, with his growing army, moved on Perth and established his base there after taking the city. Meanwhile, another Jacobite army was forming in the south. The old pretender, hearing the news, began to make preparations for his trip to Scotland and his crowning. By early November, the northern Jacobite army numbered some 12,000, mostly clansmen from the Highlands. The Earl then decided to march south, where he soon met the armies of Duke Argyll, the only remaining government's troops in Scotland. The Jacobite forces were mismanaged and split. The southern army marched south to raise Lancashire instead of turning to the Duke of Argyll's flank, while a much smaller force under the Duke defeated the larger northern army of the Jacobites at Sheriffmuir on November 13th. The southern army was also met and defeated at Preston by other government forces in England. Jacobites were forced to retreat to Perth while still waiting for their leader to arrive. The old pretender finally arrived in Scotland on the 22nd of December, after leaving, fittingly enough, from Dunkirk. But the matter was already settled, as the Duke of Argyll was already receiving reinforcements of experienced troops and was preparing an overwhelming force to march north. The king, James III, was again forced to retreat after spending a dismal 6 weeks in Scotland. We will smash them. I gained 22 pretender rebels. Let's get a couple of mercenary companies up to deal with those pretender rebels. That's admin tech 25, which gives me another idea group. So let's see what to go with now. I think I'm going to go with the administrative ideas for 2 reasons. I want to get the core creation cost minus 25% here, and also the core creation cost minus 5% from the policy with the court ideas. So I think I'm going to do that. All right, so I have 80% war score, which actually gets me the ability to fully annex Portugal. It is a ton of overextension, 228 overextension to be exact. But yeah, I think it's worth it. Let's just go ahead and get rid of Portugal in its entirety. All right, here we go. Goodbye, Portugal. And look at all those wonderful purple countries now in the New World. All of them are mine. People kind of hate me. So for the colonies, especially the ones that I just got that don't really like me, I'm going to send officers, subsidize armies, and support loyalists. Make them all happy. And help them out a bit. I got plenty of money. I got plenty of troops. Let's go to war with Mexico. I'll bring in Sweden and Canada. Sweden and Canada will just wipe peace for now, I think. So we'll do a reconquest for one of these down here. Yeah, let's go declare war. Yeah, Mexico took almost all of New Granada. I was trying to avoid that, but oh well. Jacobites are dead. Sweden is out. The only thing I'm taking is this one province here, Swedish Louisiana, and I'm giving it to Louisiana. So that is all I'm going to do with them. I want that peace treaty to be relatively short, so hopefully I can try to full annex them or vassalize them next war. But again, now that everything in the old world and Europe is done, and we're just focusing on Mexico and Canada, I am going to start a war with Songhai and Ajuran. Let's get that going. We are beginning our rush for Africa. I can purchase yet another ability. Let's go with the British fleet. Might as well do that one since it's mine. All right, so Canada is just about done. They're fully occupied, and I can't quite get any more, but I just mainly don't want to deal with anymore. So I'm going to take all these provinces here in the United States and this one over here, and they'll go directly to my colonial nations. Let's go ahead and send demands. I think what I'm going to do with Ajuran is just take these 2 provinces and make them end their alliances with the Mughals and the Ottomans and Songhai. Yeah, that'll be good. My friends are finally getting down into Africa now. Took them a little while. Of course, they had to travel all the way from Sweden all the way down here, so I'm not surprised it took a little bit. The war with Songhai is just about done, so let's see what I can get from them. So I could fully annex them. I could. That would get me 266.6% overextension on top of the 171 that I'm already working on. So that doesn't necessarily seem like the smartest idea in the world. So let's see what else I can do. I think I'll take this. I think I'll just take half of them this time. 1741, when the truce is up, I will finish fully annexing them. So that's the end of the war with Songhai. So the war with Mexico is wrapping up. So this is what I'm going to take. I'm going to take these provinces here in Peru, these provinces here in northern South America, going up to Panama so I can build the Panama Canal. These provinces here so that I can connect up my land with America. And these over here in California for the same reason for this province. So that is 100% and I can get it. So let's go ahead and do that. And I can build the Great Project in Panama. Let's build the Panama Canal. All right, so let's chill for a little bit while I work to get some of this overextension under control. And then we'll head back to war down here in Africa. All right, I'm going to revoke the guarantee of Polosk and get ready to go to war with them. And Greece. I'll actually be able to get Kiev as well. Should be able to get them without having to co-belligerate them, which is great because I have allied with them. So yeah, so let's actually just get ready to go to war with some of these guys here for a little bit. All right, my troops are in place to start the war with Greece and Kiev. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and do it for the Expand Empire CB. Let's go. I can get Diplotech 27 already. Sure, let's do it. All right, I'm going to go to war with Crimea now, just for the Imperial ban. That's Kiev out. I'm just going to vassalize them. I can't force their religion yet, but I'll be able to do that as soon as I vassalize them. So let's go ahead and get them out. Crimea is fully occupied, and I want to vassalize them and force religion. But even just vassalize them, they won't take it. I didn't want to do this, but I've got to go attack their troops. They will now take the peace treaty. So that is a vassalization and a forced religion on Crimea. Welcome to the swarm. All right, and there's a vassalization and expand empire on Greece. Perfect. While I wait for my troops down here in Africa to get ready to kill these rebels, I am going to declare war on the United States and Canada. An imperialism war, and we'll feed as much of the US and Canada as we can to America and Canada. So let's go. I can purchase another ability. Let's get the anti-revolutionary zeal. Help my subject liberty desire a bit more. I keep forgetting this native tribe is here. They have no allies. They have 7,000 troops. Let's attack them. And that native tribe is done. Okay, my troops in Africa are just about set. So it's time to declare war on Congo. And I'm going to basically co-belligerate everyone that I can. Not Ethiopia, because I'll call in the Ottomans, and I'd rather not fight the Ottomans just yet. Let's declare war. All right, Canada is out, and I'm taking this from them. I know it wouldn't be much because I didn't co-belligerate them. Couldn't co-belligerate them because I had a peace treaty with them. But I'll take what I can. And then the next day, here's the peace treaty I'm doing with the United States. So that war is done. Right, my overextension's getting there. Just over 100 now. Much better than it used to be. I'm coring up all of my provinces now, except for one where there's a missionary at work. But yeah, it's finally getting there. Almost in time for me to take a bunch more provinces. I can purchase an age ability, improve force march. I can peace out Makua for a full annexation. And Ethiopia 1 day later, maybe 2 days later, for a full annexation as well. That is a full annexation on Buganda. And immediately after that, a full annexation on Bunyoro. And then an annexation on Kazimbi. Then an annexation on Kikondia, or however you pronounce that. I apologize for horribly butchering that. And my overextension is already back up to 227. Nice. It's only going to get higher when I finish up Central Africa, but it will be worth it. It'll be fine. Trust me, it'll be fine. You know, it wasn't the smartest thing to get an admin idea right before I take a ton of provinces that I have to core. Yeah, that was smart. Alright, I'm gonna piece out Kalundwe for a full annexation. Alright, so while all my vassals' troops are down here, before I end this war with Congo, I'm gonna start another war with Ajuran. So let's declare war for imperialism, and let's go. And now that that's started, I will sue for peace with Congo for full annexation. Done. And my overextension is 339. Oof. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Yeah, maybe a bit off more than I can chew. Look at all these rebel factions I've got now over here on the right-hand side. Ouch. I get Miltech 27. Perfect. I can get the last age ability, naval engagement, global naval engagement modifier plus 20%. Oh man, yeah, I may have made a mistake taking all of that. The rebels, man, the rebels are brutal. But luckily I am taking them down, especially with the help of my vassals. And I'm slowly working my way down on the overextension. Down to 283, 282 now. Better than the 330 whatever it was not that long ago. Problem is the admin points. I might get rid of a couple of these policies. I can get 14 admin points a month instead of 12. Yeah, I don't really need the land force limit or the land maintenance modifier. I can get rid of that. And while the tax is nice, I'm making so much money. I'm making 4,000 profit a month. I don't need that either. Yeah, I'm making so much money. So that can go away as well. That'll get me a bit more admin a month. Nice thing is I'm beating these rebels pretty handily. And I mean, there's already not too many more left that I have to worry about. Getting through them pretty quick. So Switzerland finally likes me. Yay! So now it's just Castile that doesn't like me. Though that's actually getting close to changing. Hungary still hates me with a passion and probably always will. And Austria, which is the same. Hates me with a passion and probably always will. Alright, and Castile likes me too. My overextension is down to 188. And taking everything from Ajuran, that'll be an additional 250. Oof. But I think even with all that, it's time to go to war with Songhai and finish off the last non-Ottoman, non-Angevin African nation. Let's do it. Fully annexing Songhai will give me an additional 140 overextension. That's actually not all that bad. The end of revolutions. The revolutionary ideas discussed in Bologna have not been able to take hold sufficiently to materially change the circumstances of the people. The movements they gave birth to have failed to overthrow the state as they once planned to. That, I think, has an error in it. Those who once sought radical change are now resigning themselves to the old saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Good riddance. The center of revolution in Bologna will be removed. Revolutionary ideas are removed from all provinces. Awesome. So with that, there is no revolution anymore. I'm glad I was able to get through that without having to do the revolutionary fight. Alright, I'm coring up all of my provinces from the previous war. And I'm down under 100 overextension. And I've fully occupied Songhai. So I'm going to go ahead and fully annex Songhai. Get 130 more overextension. That'll get me up to about 230. 228.6. Yep. So I know I'm getting some war exhaustion because Ajuran has unconditionally surrendered and I'm getting a call for peace. but that's fine. I can just reduce it pretty easily because I have tons of diplomatic power. So I'm not too worried about that jumping up a bunch. I can get Diplotech 28 way ahead of time and haven't embraced industrialization. I've got so much Diplo power. Might as well use it. Okay, I'm down to 73 overextension. My war exhaustion's getting crazy high. I'm going to go ahead and reduce that a couple of times. And let's just finish this off. Let's go ahead and sue for peace. I'll get 245 additional overextension in addition to the 73 that I already have. So that's going to be rough again. But it is finally time to end this and fully annex Ajuran. And that puts me at 327.9 overextension. It's going to be a rough, probably a couple of years again. Okay, that's fine. All right, and with that, other than the Ottomans here in Egypt, Ethiopia region, I am the only one here in Africa. And before too long, I will attempt to kick the Ottomans completely out of Africa. So I want to kick them out of Africa. I want to get these provinces here from them, the ones that are occupied by Vijayanagar. And maybe try to get some more in Anatolia. Oh, I also want to get these two here. So yeah, Ottoman fighting will come up soon. And I can invite Castile to join the HRE. Perfect. So now the HRE only has a couple of holes. Sweden, which I will get. Polsk, which I will get. Poland and Lithuania, I don't know if I'll be able to get them into the HRE as well as vassalize them. We'll try though. And Hungary, yeah, they are too big. Yeah, they've got 262 development, and they have to be under 200 development in order to get into the HRE. And I mean, I guess I could try to take provinces from them. I'm not sure, actually. They don't like me, so probably can't. I could seize land. They won't like it, but I don't know. Might think about doing that. Not sure. Sweden is a little too big. I'll have to take a bit from them. Poland's way too big. They're almost 3 times the size that I need to get them into the HRE. Same with Lithuania. Might just annex those two. Province war score cost for Lithuania is 85, so I could. 90 for Poland. I don't know. We'll see. Or I might feed them to other people. Oh, one thing I am going to do for sure, I'm going to take this province from Muscovy and give it to Finland, because it bothers me that Muscovy has it. So let's seize this province. Reduce I will go by 35%. That's fine. I can handle that. And I'll pay off their debt. And as I said, I'm going to give it to Finland. There we go. That's much better. My truce with the United States just ended, which means I no longer have a truce with Mexico, with the United States, or with Canada. And Canada is allied with Mexico and the US. The US is just allied with Canada, and Mexico is allied with Canada and Sweden. So I think next time, since it's 1749, the episode's almost over. Next time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to war with Mexico, Canada, the United States, and Sweden. Actually, what I'll probably do, honestly, is declare war on Sweden for the Expand Empire and then co-belligerate everyone like that. And then I'll get them hopefully as a vassal and in the Empire, and likely annex the United States. Let's check the province war score cost. 68, yeah, I'll annex them. And Canada won't quite be able to be annexed, but it'll be close. But they'll be almost done. And I will take as much as I can from Mexico, which will take, honestly, 8 wars before I'll be able to finish them off. Which means it's probably not going to happen in this playthrough, but we can give it a shot. So I'm going to do that first thing next episode. And then also next episode, I want to go to war with Polsk, Lithuania, and Novgorod. I'll declare war here for Expand Empire and co-belligerate all of them as well. So I'll do that war also fairly quickly. Basically, once Sweden is just about done, I'll declare that war. So I'll do that, and then I'm thinking likely go to war with Nogai, take all these provinces here, and I don't know if there's time, and depending on how things go, might also go to war with the Ottomans. Take these 4 provinces here and as much as I can in Africa. But all that's going to happen next time. But before I end the episode, I do have 1 month that needs to take over. So let me go ahead and go through that month. As I say, thank you all very much for joining. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I know I did. Even dealing with all the rebels, all the overextension that I was dealing with. And I was able to conquer pretty much all of Africa, which is what I wanted. And I also got a lot more in the New World than I had anticipated, mainly because I wasn't anticipating being able to fully annex Portugal. But I was able to do that. With the month ticking over to January 1st, 1750, we have the Industrial Revolution. All right, and this happened in my province, which is awesome because I get 100 admin, diplo, military power, get some prestige, some government reform, which I don't really need. This is where I will end it. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, however much of it is left, and I will catch you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.